convoy of Kafayat Oyetola, First Lady of OSUN State, has reportedly been attacked by some gunmen. Politics Nigeria learned that the incident happened on Friday night around Owode in Ede while she was en route to Osogbo, the state's capital. Trouble started when security details in a convoy attempted to clear traffic and allow the convoy to proceed. A heavy-duty vehicle reportedly found hit hard navigating the traffic, and the security operatives were trying to clear a narrow path for Mrs. Oyetola when the hoodlums began to throw stones at the convoy. At least 2 of the security personnel, according to the source, were hit by the stones and injured, which prompted the security agents to start shooting into the air with the intention of scaring the hoodlums away. Punch quotes Oluwatomise Iluyomade, an information officer in the First Lady's office, confirming the development. No life was lost in the incident, he said. Some security personnel attached to the convoy sustained various degrees of injuries. Very crazy. Of course, this is very sad. I mean, I think we have to be this news is giving contradictions, very high contradictions, because it says gunmen and then they were described as hoodlums, because when you say gunmen attack, it gives really the only people that use guns here who were the First Lady's security men. They threw stones, and yes, they did, get injured, and that obviously isn't right, but it sort of takes away from the news, because then when you say gunmen attack, then you'd want to go in a perspective to say, you know what, the First Lady's life is in danger, so how would the government react? Of course, you'd expect to be more proactive, but the point is, when you describe them as hoodlums and really they turned out to be throwing stones, then it sort of downs and diminishes the severity of the matter, because then, not that you should not be taken with seriousness, but if you call it that, if you say it was a gunman, then you'd expect a gun duel between the security men and, of course, the gunmen themselves. So there's really misrepresentation there. Well, when her husband has messed up the state by not paying even salaries, did she expect aggrieved citizens to welcome her with smiles? And now, these are, of course, aggrieved citizens. You would not expect gunmen with stones. But now they are describing citizens as gunmen. Of course, it takes away from... So, do you understand, when we talk about these situations, we really do need to be careful. What is the First Lady doing with the convoy that the president carried in other countries? When was she elected to use state resources to oppress road users? Well, now that is the conversation. And that conversation obviously includes, going back to the reason for all these, which you might really say, you know what, well, we may not really have mercy, for the First Lady, is the fact that trouble started, as described, when security details in the convoy attempted to clear traffic to allow the convoy to proceed. How dare you? You are a road user like everybody else. If there is traffic, you stay in the traffic, and until it clears, you leave the road. Why should you be treated differently? In a lot of other countries, why do you have to announce your presence as First Lady? What would happen is you'd probably be in the car would obviously... Of course, if it's a government, you would look different, but you would probably have just tinted windows, and it would just go through. You'd not even realize that, in that car is the First Lady of the country, of the state, of whatever, of even the local government. So the problem is, how dare you try to, have different set of rules for yourself, because that's where it comes from. And you know what? You deserve to be stoned, because really... You are a road user like everybody else. If you did not want to drive, you could have found another path. But the fact is, there's a traffic. You wait until the traffic is cleared. If it requires that you have to stay in the traffic 30 minutes longer, well, it is what it is. It is your country. It is your state. What did your husband do about it? This is the road. You are a road user like everybody else. So it is the audacity to feel like everybody else can wait in the traffic, but then you have to move past the traffic. You can't do that, and for that you deserve to be stoned. It's deserving of it, because this is the problem. You have people in office who are meant to be serving the public, feeling that they are better than and would want to have different set of rules for themselves, when they are actually there to make the rules benefit the public. Yes, it's government. Everyone has their theories. The organization in itself, you can argue whatever you want, but in Nigeria's situation, you just have violators of Nigerians' human rights, and they are in office. And so it is this kind of behavior that, you know what, as Nigerians, we need to stand up against. Because really, do you think that even in states like America or even in the UK, like, what? Do you know where 10 Downing Street is? It's not in a secluded area where, you know what, of course you'd know, okay, fine, this is a government area, these are where government houses are, but there isn't anything to make it clear which, if you look at first world countries, where do you see that leaders have a convoy? In fact, you are causing more harm to the environment, because one car is enough. Why do you want to have 6 or 7? And now you don't want to wait in traffic like everybody else. How dare you? I mean, it really is the audacity. And again, the fact is, you have just been used to breaking the rules, bending the rules for yourself, and expecting others to suffer. So really, you know, it's not justified that they should be attacked. But for that behavior is not commendable at all. Well, that is the normal way of Yorubas, thuggery and agbero in everything, so uncivilized. It's not even about that. Now, that is just being tribalistic. Whatever your views are on that, you know, that should be really, okay, fine, the way in which it was handled. You can say, yes, violent, okay, fine, but you are attributing it to the tribe. You're just looking for trouble. But the fact is, things like this should not be condoned at all. At all. And if you're going to talk about violence and all that, if you're really going to talk about violence on the citizens and the state being sponsors and also being complacent, and also being approving of all the things happening in the country that is violent and against the human rights of the Nigerians, we're not going to finish this conversation. So really, if they had just stayed in traffic, if they had just waited, because of course the traffic would clear. I mean, it should clear, but then obviously, if you did not build roads in your own state, I mean, at least try to enjoy your own state for yourself. If it's the fact that you're the governor, first lady, it is your state. So, you know, you can't change the rules for that. It doesn't make sense. Did Nigerians really care? Keep it to yourself. It's not the point. The point is, Nigeria doesn't have to care. For you to actually have to make change in each state, in each city, in each town, the people themselves have got to know what is going on and know what they stand by and what they value. So if you have this mentality, obviously not that everyone starts stoning everybody, but if you have, for example, of course, you know, where this has happened in several other towns across the nations, where they have decided that, you know what, these politicians will not have rules for themselves and have the audacity to treat us like anything and get away with it. It's this behavior, the mindset behind it, even though the approach may argue if it's right or wrong, but where it's birthed is from the audacity and from the fact that they know that they should not be treated like that. And if you're trying to clear traffic, I mean, do you know how inconveniencing that is? Because of the first lady, now you come out, the security people come out, and you're trying to create space where there is none. Do you know what a traffic is? Where do you want these cars to go? To let